Gosei Sentai Dairanger!
Hey guys, and welcome to another one of my Gosei Sentai Dairanger episode commentary and reviews. This time it's episode 29, The Secret Inside Story of a Mother and Child's Tears. And remember, if you do enjoy what you see, please remember to like and subscribe. It just means a lot on a small channel like this, and maybe let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Now let's get into the episode. The episode opens with Rin chasing after Ku as Shoji appears and Rin yells at him to help catch Ku. Ku finally stops when he hears his mother calling him, and looking over he sees her waving to him as he races towards her. But she vanishes before he can get close, as Rin and Shoji arrive. Elsewhere, a kid is riding his bike when he falls off and is yanked away by a fishing line in front of the three rangers as a Gorma appears from behind a tree blowing on a leaf. Introducing himself as the fast-talking wanderer, he says the child they saw was the third he spirited away, as Rin and Shoji transform before the Gorma summons Cotpatros. Ku runs off only to transform to Kiba Ranger and join the fight. As his identity is questioned by the two rangers, he maintains it's a secret, with Byakko singing away as the remaining rangers arrive on their motorbikes. As the Gorma transforms to its monster form, it challenges them to a riddle contest with bombs. First exploding Shoji, then Daigo, and as Ryu catches the next, also exploding. Before Ku says he will take the next one, but is distracted by his mum, and racing off towards her as she disappears again, leaving him crying out with a bomb on his back, which explodes, causing Ku to power down and losing his Kiba changer, as the rangers stare at Ku as he hangs from a tree branch, as the Gorma, realising that Kiba Ranger is a child, takes out its rod, hauling Ku away before vanishing. Back at HQ, Shoji asks Master Kaku if he knew, as Byakko apologises to the rangers, introducing himself to them and explaining the secrecy was to protect Ku, along with another reason, as lightning flashes in the room from the orbs as an image of a woman appears, saying she asked Byakko to keep the secret, and introducing herself as Ku's mum. Thanking Byakko as she collapses to her knees. As Rin rushes over, she explains she is using the last of her Kiryoku to contact them. The reason for keeping Ku's identity secret is because he is the child of both the Dai tribe and the Gorma. She goes on to explain it's why she used the branding seal on him when he was 4, but it will soon fail and Ku must be reunited with his mum before his 10th birthday or he will become Gorma. They try asking where she is or when his birthday is, but she runs out of power and disappears. Later, the rangers are discussing saving Ku when Master Gohan arrives, knocking Rin to the ground. Elsewhere, the Shitano are chanting while the Triumvirate watch on as the kidnapped children are forced to dig. As one child collapses, it is whipped by Cotpatros, but as Ku goes to help, he's thrown down as the Triumvirate explain they are after a great power. Shadam asks why Ku kept his identity secret, but Ku just spits in his face, receiving a backhander for his troubles, as the Gorma monster is sent for more children. Back at Rin's place, Gohan is opening boxes containing a new weapon he has made for the Rangers, the Kiryoku Bazooka, though they're all confused when he says it is powered by 7 heavenly balls, as they only know of 6. Kazu asks what it looks like. He's told it looks like a turtle shell, and he runs off, sure that he knows where the jewel is. But when he gets to Kameo's place, he finds the man panics and hiding under a blanket before saying he threw the jewel away. Elsewhere, the Gorma is taking more children as Ryu and the others confront him. Kazu and Kameo are hunting for the jewel in a field when he gets the call to join the others, but as he does, a bomb is thrown to Shoji, who fails the tongue twister and is blown up again, before the Gorma uses its fishing rod to take all the Rangers' diamond rods. The Rangers switch to their die busters, but they are all taken as well, followed by their Dairenken. The Rangers use Kiryoku Bomber, but the Gorma uses his fishing rod to send the energy straight back at them. As back at Rin's place, Gohan continues to build the bazooka, and Kameo finds the jewel in the field, only to be turned into a turtle. Meanwhile, the kids digging for the Gorma hit steam, pleasing the Triumvirate before they're ordered to keep digging as the episode ends. Okay, so that was just another good, solid episode of Dairanger. And that seems to be like the commonality of most of Dairanger, with the exception of maybe the Kujaku episodes. I'd say they're all just solid, good, or really good episodes that I just really enjoy. And that seems to be a real strength of Dairanger, that there are very, very few poor episodes. So, I'm really enjoying making these videos right now. Obviously, I've made some notes, as usual. The relationship between Ku and Rin, it really does seem to be developing into a really close relationship. She's becoming like, that de facto older sister, or, almost a surrogate mum. Like, really looking out for him. Obviously, he still, like, causes trouble for her, because, he's just a kid. Kids do that. If you strangled your kids every time they caused you trouble, they wouldn't last. We can't all be Homer Simpson. In fact, even he's not allowed to do that anymore. So much for comedy. We also find out the tiger burn on his arm is actually a form of protection. Because as we find out, Ku is half Dai tribe. So, the side of the Dairangers. But he's also half Gorma. Like Shaddam, Gara, Zydos, Gorma 15, Akumaru. And apparently, if he's not reunited with his mum by his birthday, then he's going to turn into a Gorma. Well, what if his birthday's tomorrow? He's going to suddenly go, I'm a Gorma, yeah, a monster. We don't know when his birthday is yet, so hopefully they find that out. But yeah, supposedly the rule is if he's not with his mum by his next birthday, he's going to turn into a Gorma, despite this tiger brand. Which, is it coincidence, or was it foretold that, it would be the tiger, which would match one tiger for, his thing, because he's Kiba Ranger. So, was it foretold? Is it just coincidence? Who knows? Also, Gohan is back. And Grandpa's got a brand new bag. Or in this case, Grandpa's got a brand new load of boxes full of bazooka parts. Yay! Who doesn't like old people with weapons? Haha. So yeah, they've got a new weapon. And it turns out there's 7 Lili Jewels, or Heavenly Jewels, whatever you want to call them. And Kazu thinks that the 7th one is the one that Kameo found recently. The one that seems to keep turning him into a turtle. So it's obviously got some power. So, if they can get their hands on it, maybe that is the 7th jewel. The only slight issue I've got, and of course, this is, I think I said the same thing a few times in the Dairanger episodes, the obsession with kids. Now, fast-talking Wanderer kidnaps some kids so that the Gorma Triumvirate can make them mine. In the quarry that we always go to for everything, because these kids are mining their way to hell. It's a bunch of kids. 10-year-olds with pickaxes and hammers digging their way to... I'm sorry, but you want adults, you want high-powered tools, you want industrial digging stuff, you want mining stuff, you want to get down deep if you're going to hell. Although I'm guessing they're looking for one of hell's numerous air shafts that go up to the surface. It's just, a bit covered over, so these little kids are going to be able to dig down to it quite easily. Who knows? Again, it's a kids show, so of course you've got to have kids at risk and kids in danger and trouble, so I get that. I get it. Now, as for my usual comparison thing, I've got to be careful with what I say on this. So, first off, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Got to get that lightning bolt in. Season 2, episode 26, called Z-Waves. Fast Talking Wanderer has been renamed as Beamcaster. Obviously, we only see him in his full-on Gorma form, not the human form. There is a little bit of new footage filmed, as well as stock footage. However, it's not very much. And I really can't go into it until next episode. because Fast Talking Wanderer is in this episode and next episode of Dairanger. So, of course, they've used footage from both episodes. But I'm going to have to go into that next time because I noticed a little something, which did make me smile a bit. But I'm going to have to get into that next time. So until then, take care.